Hey guys, we're back into Wednesday and we've got another nice session for you guys today. So to start off with guys, we're going to go through a nice long warm-up. You're going to start with 10 alternating lunges with a reach each side, okay? Then you're going to go into one big set of 5 and 5 single arm kettlebell overhead sit-ups or just single arm overhead sit-ups. If you're doing these with a plate, you're going to do 10 overhead sit-ups in a row. You're then going to do 5 and 5 front rack reverse lunges. If you're doing these with a barbell, you're going to do 10 reps. You're just going to alternate the leg, but just with a barbell and that front rack position. You're then going to do 5 and 5 overhead reverse lunges each side. If you're doing these with a barbell or a plate, then you're going to hold that plate or the bar above the head. From there, you're then going to do 2 sets, 5 and 5 deadlifts. If you're doing with a barbell, just 10 deadlifts. 5 and 5 single arm swings. If you're doing with a barbell, then they're hang power cleans. And then 5 and 5 snatches. If you're doing with a barbell, they're going to be from the floor or mid shin. You're then going to go into your main set. 3 sets we're going to do here, and there's options for bar, kettlebell, and equipment free. So if you're on a barbell, you're going to do 8 overhead plate sit-ups. Try and make those as heavy and as taxing as you can. 8 barbell reverse lunges, and then 12 hip touches. If you're doing these with a kettlebell, you're going to do 2 to 4 alternating Turkish get-ups per side, obviously dependent on the load that you've got to use. Then you're going to do 12 hip touches. If you don't have any equipment, you're going to do you're going to do 6 alternating bodyweight Turkish get-ups. You could also use a cup of water for these. These are a really good way of getting some control. And then you're going to do 12 hip touches also. So 3 sets of those. From there, we're going to go into our conditioning. We've got a long piece today. So it'll be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 20 minutes, okay? And you're going to do one block of each movement. So barbell is going to be hang power cleans, gents 40 kilos, ladies 25. And the second movement is going to be deadlifts. Third is going to be power snatch from the floor if you can. Fourth is going to be sit-ups. Fifth is going to be air squats. If you're on a kettlebell, you're going to do kettlebell swings first movement, single arm deadlifts the second, single arm devil's press the third, sit-ups fourth, and air squats fifth. If you're doing equipment free, you're going to do glute bridges first, you're going to do a Cossack squat second, burpees third, sit-ups fourth, and then air squats fifth. Push yourselves as hard as you can. Remember, you've got 30 seconds rest, so you've got enough time to recover from it. So push through every time that you're working. Enjoy this one, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, so it is Wednesday today, and we've got a load of midline work to do. We've then got a really nice finisher, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off piece, okay? We're going to start off with some nice simple movements just to get you guys prepped. So we're going to go 10 alternating reverse lunges with a reach. All right, so we're just going to go 10 on each side. So 10 right and then 10 on your left. Okay, nice and simple. We've then got some sit-up variations and some lunge variations. Okay, so we're going to do single arm overhead sit-ups. So hopefully you've all got something that you could do that with. If you don't have any load, you can just do it with your arm above the head. It's just to add a little bit of variation, okay? So if you do have load, then you're going to do single arm overhead sit up, and you're going to do 5 of these each side. What we want you to work on is going downwards really nice and slow, and really powerfully drive up, okay? So you do 5 one side, then swap over. If, however, you don't have any kit, or you just have some light load, that's fine. You can just work into that overhead sit-up position, okay? If you just have a plate, then you could use that plate above the head, nice and steady working through. Ideally, we want you to go single arm on this movement though, guys, okay? From there, we're then going to go to 5 each side of a front rack reverse lunge, okay? So we're going to take that front rack position, rear knee down to the floor, straight up. 5 one side, 5 the other, okay? I personally prefer going opposite leg to the hand that I'm working with, but the choice is entirely yours, okay? You're then going to go into an overhead reverse lunge. So some of us might struggle with this position with the arm above the head. If that is the case, then stick to that front rack lunge, okay? So your overhead reverse lunge, you're going to do 5 on one side, okay, keeping those knuckles up towards the ceiling, wrists locked in nice and strong, swap over, and 5 the other side. Again, I like going opposites here, keeps my hips that little bit more square, but again, the choice is totally yours. If you only have a barbell or a plate, then of course your front rack can be here, okay? I'm just going to do 5 on one side, and then your overhead can be here, okay? We're just prepping the shoulders for the midline piece that we're going to do today, okay? So from there, guys, we're then going to move into 2 sets. We're going to do 5 and 5 deadlifts each side. You're then going to do 5 and 5 single arm swings, 5 and 5 single arm snatches. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, it's absolutely fine. I'll go through your options for you, all right? So you're going to do 5 and 5 deadlifts to start with. So side body deadlift, 5 reps. Making sure you're dropping through those hips, squeezing the feet down into the floor. Swap sides, hips hinge, straight up and down, okay? 5 reps. You're then going to go into your 5 single arm swings. So we're going to make sure we're starting from that hike position, hands forwards, eyes up, hike into the hips, straight up. So we're staying nice and square, keeping the shoulders working with us. 5 one side, 5 on the other. Now from here, we're then going to go into 5 snatches each side. Okay, and then onto the other, 5 snatches. You can do all of these with a dumbbell also, okay? Now, if for any reason you've only got a plate to work with, that's absolutely fine. You're going to do 5 nice wide deadlifts. Okay, then you're going to do 10 reverse lunges. Again, all right. And then instead of the snatches, you're going to do ground to overhead. So we're just working that really nice solid hip hinge motion. If you have a barbell, then you're going to do a little complex with a barbell. So it's going to be 10 deadlifts, 5 hand cleans, and then 5 snatches from the floor. So we're going to start off with our deadlifts, straight down, straight up, nice and smooth. We're then going to go on that last one, keep that bar up. We're going to do 5 hang power cleans. Okay, then on the last one, just put the bar down on the floor, step yourself away, and then you're going to do 5 snatches. You can either do power snatch or full squat snatch. So power snatch. So from the floor each time. Or you could go into a squat snatch if you so wish, okay? The choice is yours. Also, I would start with that, you've got 2 rounds. I would start with that, 1 round with an empty bar, and then 1 round with a light load on the barbell, okay? So, now we've done our warm-ups, we're gonna move into our main piece. We're gonna do 8 plate sit-ups, 8 barbell reverse lunges, and then 12 hip touches if you have a barbell, okay? So, plate sit-ups are going to be our loaded movement. So we're going to go straight up and through, keeping that plate tucked into the chest. If you want to give it a little hug, then that is entirely up to you. So you're going to do 8 plate sit-ups. You're then going to do 8 barbell reverse lunges, okay? So from that floor up to the rack, rear lunge touches the floor with that knee, okay? So you're going to do 8 reps, and that's 4 each side. From there, you're then going to do 12 hip touches. So into that plank position, hand goes round to the hip, back down, round to the hip, and back. Okay? 12 times. Now, if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you're going to do a Turkish get-up here and hip touches. Okay? You're going to do either 2 or 4 each arm. Now, if you don't have any kit, you're going to do the same movement, but you're going to do this as a body weight. Okay? So just with the arm up from us. Okay? So, I'll go through the whole movement to start with. Now you're going to make sure that we're going to take the kettlebell in a safe way and put it back down in a safe way. So we're going to start with the kettlebell tucked in. We're gently going to roll onto the back, okay? Then we're going to make sure that the opposite leg is straight, same leg is bent up. We're then going to take the hand out, push that kettlebell up. All right, now we're going to roll up onto the elbow, pop up onto the hand. We're then going to sweep this front leg back through. From here, we're then going to push the hips back to the heels, bring that hand in, and then pop the hips up. We're then going to bring this front leg round so it squares us off, and we're going to stand. All the while keeping this arm driving up on that kettlebell nice and tall. You're then going to reverse lunge with the opposite leg. Draw the front leg back round so we open up. Hands goes to the thigh, hips back to the heel, and the hand will meet the floor. Your hand is then going to push directly away from the knee, so you load over that shoulder, take the foot through, bum to the floor, down to the elbow, and then down. Now when you take this kettlebell down, you're going to bring the kettlebell down to the side, roll off, halo the kettlebell round, and then you're going to repeat on the other side. So I'll go through once more. So roll that kettlebell, press up, same leg bent up, opposite leg out, hand out to the side. Roll up onto the elbow, up onto the hand, hips up and sweep the leg through. You want to make sure that my hand, my knee and my foot are all in one straight line, not round here. And then I'm going to slide my hips back to my heel, hand onto the knee, hips up, sweep the leg round to the front, and stand. Reverse lunge, open this front leg out, hand to the hip, down to the knee to the floor, push the hand away, load the shoulder. Drive the leg through, bum to the floor, to the elbow and down. Once you've done that, kettlebell comes, roll off, and you're good to go. Okay, so whether you've got a kettlebell or not in this one, that's the same movement that you're going to do. Okay, so you're then going to go into your 12 hip touches. Okay, hand to the hip each and every time. Okay, 12 reps. You could do those with a dumbbell if you so wish. You could do them with a cup of water. The choice is entirely up to you, but take your time, move well, and you've got 2 to 4 reps per side. You're going to do 3 rounds of all of that. So from there, guys, we're then going to go into our conditioning piece. It's going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 20 total rounds. So it's a 20-minute piece. I'm going to go through the 3 barbell movements first. So I'll go through, the 5 barbell movements first. So I'll go through the barbell, then the kettlebell, and then the body weight. Okay? So, barbell movements, you're going to do a hang power clean first. Alright? We've done all these in our warm-up already. So, you're going to do a hang power clean for 30 seconds. Okay? Make sure that you're moving with good quality rather than just reverse curling that bar up there. And make sure so when you catch, you get back underneath that bar nice and tight. You're then going to go, your next 30 seconds will be deadlifts. Okay? Nice and smooth, driving through those legs. Your next 30 seconds will be your power snatch. From the floor, each rep. Alright, nice and smooth. So, those are your movements with a barbell. Once you've done those 3 barbell movements, your next 30 seconds we'll be done doing sit-ups. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. Your next 30 seconds will be your air squats. All right, so if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you're going to do American swings, okay? So we're going to go from that hip hinge, above the head, straight up and under, making sure that the chest is up. We're not dropping downwards, okay? Eyes forwards all the time. You're going to do swings that first 30 seconds. Next 30 seconds is going to be deadlifts. It's entirely your choice whether you go all on one hand or you swap after a number of reps. All you're doing is moving in that deadlift position for 30 seconds, okay? From there, you're then going to go into devil's press, single arm devil's press. So it's going to be a burpee plus a snatch. Come back down. One burpee plus a snatch, okay? 30 seconds worth. You're then going to go into your sit-ups for 30 seconds. Then you're then going to go into your squats for that 30 seconds, all right? Remember, you have a 30-second break here in between each one, so push yourself hard. If you don't have any kit, you're going to do glute bridges, Cossack squats, and burpees. So, just to recap, glute bridges, remember, belt buckle pulled on, driving the hips towards the ceiling, gently come back down. Drive up, back, and drive up, okay? So you'll do 30 seconds of your goblet squat, your glute bridges. You're then going to go into that Cossack squat position. Push the hips back and down, sink into that nice deep squat, straight up and through. You'll repeat for 30 seconds. Your next movement will be burpees. Pop down, pop up, jump and clap, down, up, jump and clap. Then from there, you're into your sit-ups. And then from there, you're into those air squats once more. All right? Don't know about you, but I'm knackered just from demonstrating. All right? 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest for 20 total rounds. All right? So that's 4 full rounds of those 5 movements. Enjoy this one. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you back tomorrow for more fun.